All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to talk about a really powerful idea, something that might just change the way you think about speaking forever. We're calling it the physical muscle of fluent speech.
You know that feeling, right? You got the perfect thing to say, it's all lined up in your head, clear as day, but then you go to actually say it and it just gets stuck. Your mouth just can't seem to catch up.
Look, it's not because you don't know the words. Of course you do. They're right there, on the tip of your tongue. It's like some kind of weird disconnect. Well, that incredibly frustrating moment, it has a name. It's the speaking freeze. And if you've been there, trust me, you are definitely not the only one. But here's the thing. What if that freeze has nothing to do with your brain or your memory? What if we've been looking at it all wrong? This brings us to the whole point of our explainer today, a huge reframe in how we think about speaking itself.
So, on the one hand, you have the old idea that we've all been taught, that speaking is purely a mental game. If you mess up, you just need to study more words. But this new blueprint, it flips that completely. It says, hey, speaking is also a physical skill. It's about training your mouth, kind of like you train for a sport. It's all about muscle memory.
So let's put a pin in that. The blueprint is this simple, but honestly revolutionary idea that to speak fluently, you have to train the actual physical parts you use for speaking, your mouth, your jaw, your tongue. You have to treat them like a muscle group that needs a workout, just like any athlete would.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Think about a big presentation or a job interview. That's your big race. You wouldn't just roll out of bed and expect to run a personal best with cold muscles, would you? So why do we expect our mouths to perform at an elite level with zero warm-up?
Okay, so if speaking is a sport, how do we train for it? Well, here's the best part. You don't need a gym membership for this. All you need is about 2 minutes to do a quick little pre-conversation workout.
Let's start with our first exercise. It's called the mirror technique, and it's all about becoming aware of what your mouth is actually doing.
So here's how you do it. Just go find a mirror, pick any short phrase, doesn't matter what, and say it, but say it really slowly. And as you do, exaggerate everything. I mean, really open your mouth, stretch your lips, and just watch how everything moves to form the words.
Now, why are we doing this? It's not about looking perfect. It's about building that connection between your brain and your mouth muscles. When you can actually feel and see how you form words, you get this amazing sense of control. It feels less like your mouth is just doing its own thing.
Okay, on to exercise number 2. This one is fantastic for just letting go of tension. It's called lip rolls.
The most important step here is the first one. Just relax. Let your jaw go slack, let your lips be loose, then you just blow air through them so they make that boo vibrating sound. Yeah, exactly like a horse. It feels a little silly, but you'll feel the tension release almost instantly.
Think about it. We carry so much stress in our jaws, especially when we're nervous. This little exercise literally shakes that tension out. It's like hitting a reset button for your mouth, getting it loose and ready for smooth, easy talking.
So now you've got a couple of killer exercises. Let's talk about how to turn this into a real training plan that builds your confidence day by day.
And this is the magic number. That's it. 2 minutes. That's all this takes. Do it before a big meeting, before you hop on an important call, or hey, just make it part of your morning routine. The goal isn't intensity, it's just doing it consistently. So let's wrap this all up. What do you need to remember? First, the big idea. Speaking is physical. That means the speaking freeze is usually a physical problem, not you being bad at a language. So the solution is to warm up your mouth muscles. And finally, remember that doing this for just 2 minutes a day is way more powerful than trying to cram for an hour once in a while. Consistency beats intensity every time.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. What could you do? What ideas could you share? What doors could you open if you knew for sure that you would never freeze up in the middle of a sentence again? What would that make possible? It's pretty exciting to think about.